Hello everybody, how you doing? 4 a.m. I promise you I'm going to be live with you at 4 p.m. Eastern time, because I want to introduce you my show today on Home Time Radio. And I have such a fantastic show today, so I want you to call in because I have a well-renowned astrologer with me, Deborah Silverman. She's phenomenal. I will tell you, you will have a great time if you call the show, and if you give her your birthday and the time where you've been born, she can do your chart on the radio live. So if you call my show today at 7 p.m. Eastern, 202-570-7057, my producer Christopher will take your call. I will connect you to Deborah and with me, of course. All you have to do is give Deborah your birthday and the time at birth and the place, and she's going to do your chart right away. So I want you to be part of this amazing show. I tell you, Deborah is really part-time astrologer, part-time psychologist, an amazing human being. She does so many beautiful things, and she created her own system, her own astrological system. So she came up with her own interpretation in the field of astrology. I'm a firm believer that planets, they do influence life on Earth, and that if you look at the way life on Earth change, every time we discover a planet, if you think that if you go back in time, when we discover the planet Uranus, we discover we entered the era of industrialization. When we discover the planet Neptune, which is the planet of metaphysics, everything that goes beyond physics, right away Freud was born. And Freud is the father of psychology, the father of psychiatry. We realized through Freud at the beginning that everything has to do with the subconscious mind, the way the brain works, and pretty much we realize how significant it is to work on the mind. And pretty much we wake up realizing that we all need therapy sooner or later. But it's fascinating how every planet coming into our solar system that we at least acknowledge impacted life on Earth. If you go to 1933, we discovered the planet Pluto. What did Pluto do? Pluto is a destructive planet. Consequently, right after that, we discovered the atomic bomb. And pretty much we were doomed according to all the calculation. But that, guess what? In 1999, we discovered a new planet. And I don't know if you remember, if you read New York Times during June of 1999, they just announced that a new planet has been discovered in our solar system. And this was a planet that actually I predicted that planet in my first book. I even gave a name that was similar to the planet. I missed one letter. And I remember that I always consider that this is going to shift the energy in the universe, and we're not going to go 100% to a destructive era and we'll survive and we'll break through. I still believe we'll survive and break through somehow. Though, if you look at the world today, you question what is going on with the planetary situation, and everything is the way it is, and we live in the era of autoimmune disorder. We live in the era of being self-destructive and compulsive, and we talk about mental and emotional problems in a way we've never done it before. But then again, you know, you guys, you know me, and I am so interested in everything that goes beyond the physical world, beyond the world of earth, water, fire, the 4 level of creation, going into the spiritual world. I always believe that you have to put the things together. You know, I did a summit today that was really interesting and was about sex. So I'm not an expert in sex, you know what I mean? And I am somebody who I consider that sex is great if it's coupled with emotions. Sex in itself, if it's not supplemented by great feelings, it's like it's like something mechanic, something that can leave you more or less empty. So I had to talk about sex, integrating it in the psychology of your mind. So I really enjoy talking about the fact that how significant it is to have a genuine conversation with your soulmate, to find out if you are with the right person, to find out that actually sex is part of your life in a very positive way, if you know to use it as a tool to benefit you know, the evolution of a couple. And I know my topic today has nothing to do with sex, but for whichever reason, I am telling you about my seminar that I did, that I'm going to post online, and you'll have to see the interview. It's just interesting to see how somebody can talk about sex on a daily basis, embraced from a psychological point of view, and which are the topics, the tips that I came up with that can make a relationship survive the test of time. What happened is that after 3 years, 4 years, 10 years of sex, you're not interested in your partner anymore. You're bored, you think sex goes away, which is completely wrong. It just doesn't. You know, you can have a great sexual life 10 years after your marriage, even 20 years after your marriage. Raphaël, je t'adore moi aussi. On parle de les relations humaines qui existent, et que c'est très important de savoir comment se connecter, et si tu rencontres la personne qui est positive pour toi ou pas. So this is what's very important, to find out, you know, how to build a relationship from the ground up, and even at the physical level, how to create that emotional intimacy. To me, it's all about emotional intimacy. If you don't have the emotional intimacy, you know, you can make a physical relationship work in time. Now, I don't know if you know, but there's a neurotransmitter in the brain that is called dopamine. So if dopamine drops, your interest in sex pretty much drops. If the neurotransmitter called dopamine doesn't function at the level it should be, it's exactly like if your thyroid goes slow, you know, you're gonna feel sluggy, you're gonna feel tired all the time, you start putting weight. So it's the same thing. If dopamine drops, your drive, your desire for life, your sexual energy dies. So there are things that you guys need to know. Where is the root of the problem? That I'm not interested physically in my partner anymore. So I'm going to take some of your calls. But again, remember, tonight, if you fascinated by astrology, if you want to find out things about your astrological chart, like for instance, when is a good time, you know, according to your birth code, to make a major move, then I really believe that it's important for you to listen to my show. Go online and call 202-570-7057, 202-570-7057, and I'm gonna have you on with my show. And all you need to do, give your birthday, and Deborah Silverman is my guest today. She will do your chart. She's a remarkable lady who I absolutely admire. I admire her enthusiasm for life. I admire, you know what I mean, her knowledge, her expertise, and she's been top astrologer in the world. So Mirabella, la vita in generale, che io ti parlo in 5 minuti. Io devo finire questa conversazione, dopo questa io ti parlo e ti puoi esplicare che è successo nella tua vita. Bianca, scriem care este problema și am să răspund. Nelly, I always meet a man who ends up not being mine, so desperate. Yeah, that's a really serious problem. When you keep on bringing the same situation that just doesn't allow you, you know what I mean, to fulfill something. You feel like anytime you get something close, things vanish, things go away, things... So Nelly, I want to tell you something. You're about to meet a new man, but this time I think it's going to be the right person. I just want you to to realize that you are moving according to your codification to the year 6, which is a very good year. I mean, in life we have different personal years. The best personal year ever is the year 6. So you're actually going to that year, Nelly. So Nelly G, so I have good news. So I'm just telling you, you're not giving up for whatever happened. But you know what I want you to do? Nelly, do me a favor. Take a notebook and write down the names of all the people that you felt betrayed by, or you've never been able to break through. So you have a way to introspect the way your life unfolded so far. So do that for me. So we'll take it from there, because I promise you this time, the person coming into your life, which I suspect is somebody born in 73, and is somebody who will actually stay with you in the future and be the partner you were never able to have. Now, so you need to break a pattern of behavior. You need to break a pattern of thinking. So, which is not easy to do. That's why I want you in a therapeutic way to write down all your memories that you have, all your disappointment, write them down, write them on the piece of paper, express yourself. Tell everything that's in your heart, put it out there and release it in the universe. Never allow things to be stored in your mind for too long, especially things that have been hurting you. So if something has been hurting you, make sure that you don't let that happen to you. So that's the story, Nelly. Mihaela, Florina, I love you, my sweetheart. So Mirabella, the problem with you is this, that you are at the beginning of a life cycle from the fall on. So you're gonna see how things, Mirabella, things get better in a way that will impact your life for the next 9 to 12 years. So that's important to know. Wendy Kelly, how are you, my Wendy? You concerned about your business? You're in a good time. You actually, you know what I mean? There's a huge turnaround in your business. I don't know if you start a new business. I don't know if something else will be presented to you. It might be in a month or two. It might be right around the corner, all the way to the end of the year. Or you build your own business. There's something about taking your business to another level. And end of a year 6, which I explained you before. So you're in a positive year, and you should take advantage in the next 4 or 5 months, 6 months that are left in this year to make the best that you can. There's this enemy that says you can work very well if you are independent. If you work for yourself, this can be a great opportunity for you to make things moving in the right direction for you, better than working for somebody else. Liliana Golban, how are you, my love? You're in a year that is very creative, which talking about, like I told Wendy, go ahead and acknowledge that this year will bring you something good. And by the way, Wendy, there's somebody with an M initial and a J initial. So there's 2 initials that come in my head when I think about you. They have something to do with a person entering into your life that might be business related. Jonathan, Jack, sound that resonates at the sound of a name, especially the first initial. So think about it. What am I telling you? Because that's very, very powerful. And if there's anything that you need extra, type me and ask me what else you need to know. So Lilia Golban, how are you, my love? So you're in the creative year. Creative year, me coming all of a sudden, your mind has so many ideas. All of a sudden, you encourage yourself to go out there, to express yourself, to be more present, to be more on the go, to be more out there, more in a way you haven't been lately. So, and that's changing the dynamic of your life. Problem with you, you have a big heart. You tend to want to help everybody. You want to be there for everybody. There's less time for yourself. There's an important trip. I don't know if you live in Europe, but I see a trip that has to do with traveling within Europe. So there's something relevant for you in terms of traveling, and in between trips, there's a decision major that you have to make. Hi, Eugenia. Unguranu, how are you, my love? Eugenia, you are at the end of a life cycle, my love, so that's positive because your life is changing now, and pay attention to the doors that the universe is opening. There's a person with a D name, David, Daniel, Daniela, somebody with a D that comes very strong in my heart, so I want you to kind of pay attention to who that person might be. November is relevant for you. December, end of the year, there might be an interesting trip, Eugenia, that you're supposed to do. Yonela Francovi, hi my Yonela, my beautiful Yonela. You will get your visa, I have no doubt about it, that you will get it. It's meant for you to get it. I don't see an opposition. So let me see where you are. I mean, I really think that you have a transition year. You're transitioning all the way down to May of the next year. And I don't know when you plan to travel, but I see a major major trip. It might happen somewhere end of the year, beginning of the next year. Let me have some water because I'm speaking too much. So that's what I think, Yonela, is going to happen. So there's a decision, and also your creative energy, it's also popping up. So following year all the way down to spring of 2020, very relevant for your love life. So remember, that's gonna bring somebody unexpected, and it's gonna be more like a karmic relationship. Angela Simeone, if you wanna call my station, I know for you in Europe it's like 2 a.m. and that's too late, but if you will be awake and if you can call, you actually have a lifetime chance to talk with Deborah, who's gonna be here with me, and she will do your chart and she will tell you, Paula, for your mother, let me see if I can see this message. For your mother, Paula, your mom, I think we spoke about your mom before. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Your mom, did your mom ever was suggested a surgery? I'm just curious to see. She has at 64. How old is she now? She has something, anything between 64 and 69. It's like in life there are moments in which you have to cross a bridge, in which you have to transcend to the next level, and I feel like your mom is going to a period of transformation, but your mom is going to make it, and your mom will be fine. There's something in her health, there's something about her health that it hasn't been diagnosed, and that's my main concern. So I kind of want you to write me more if you have something more to say about everything. Anne-Marie, why are you sad, my love? You should never be sad. Try to put a smile on your face all the time. Smile, smile. You can't afford to be sad. You cannot afford to cry. You cannot afford to see things in dark colors. I wonder whether your sadness is also love related, because that's what comes to me. You can write me, Anne-Marie, to see what's the root of the problem. Where is this? Because if you continue to be sad for a longer period, you might run into a form of depression, which we don't want. I always told you that if you feel like you're down, if you feel like you have a tendency towards depression, and sometimes it becomes clinical, I recommend those natural products, Qualia, Travacor, Kanji. I always told you about this enormous benefits that you can have from the natural products that have been developed by a company called Neuroscience. So Neuroscience developed things that are equivalently, actually better in so many respects than the drugs that the pharmaceutical can give you, because it's a natural way of treating, you know, the brain and the chemistry of the brain and the neurotransmitters. And I'm a firm believer that the world today needs that kind of a treatment and that kind of empowerment at the mind level. We need to understand how the mind works and what can we actually do naturally to heal ourselves. Danny Stoika, you ask me if you get any answers. I don't know if this answer is supposed to come from me or you're just receiving an answer, because that's how I'm interpreting you. And you are receiving an answer, and the answer is a big positive answer, and it has like a big heart. Kiki, do you love me? I mean, that's the song. Everywhere you go on Instagram, this Kiki, do you love me? I mean, I don't know who's Kiki. I don't know who is supposed to love this Kiki woman, but whatever that is, we just should be sending love. You know, smile. I tell you, life, if you don't smile in front of life, you know, you're kind of losing yourself through life, and I don't want to, I don't want you to be demoralized, you know. I think if you have a smile on the face, you have all the chances to have longevity. So Danny, I love you. You will get the good answer you're waiting for. Bianca, I love to help you, Bianca, and I am here to help you. Tell me if you have a son. Tell me if you have a daughter. You meant to have 2 kids. Let me know if you have them. Christina, you're asking me, hi, beautiful angel. You're asking me about you and your partner. Let's see what's going on, if he's your soulmate. Now, I told you about my book, Decoding Your Destiny, which I also published all over the globe, and you find it in Romania too. So just get that book, because you can demystify whether your partner is at the level of your energy, so you marry the right person who married the wrong person, which we don't want to do. So it saves you a divorce. So if you go at 19, 12, 87, 1 plus 9 is a 10, which is a 1. 12 is 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 3 is a 4. So the way you calculate in 1987, it's a 7. So 4 plus 7 is 11. So Christina, your codification is 11. You're an 11. 11 is a master number. It has a lot to do with becoming emotional, very loving. You sacrifice for other people. And let's see what's going on with your partner. Your partner is born on the day of 23. 2 plus 3 is a 5. Plus 2, it's a 7. He's in the year 9, at the end of a life cycle. That doesn't help him at all. But next year, it's going to be terrific, because he's in the year 1. So sometimes you have to go to the year 9, because you have to clear all the nonsense. 1989, it's a 9. 9 plus 7, it's a 7. Now 2, you're an 11, which equals a 2 plus 7, is not necessarily a soulmate connection. It's a compatible relationship. It requires a lot of work. He's complementing you, because the relationship becomes complementary. So he's not your soulmate. That if you don't find your soulmate, it doesn't mean this relationship is not good. You marry somebody who's influenced by 7, which is the number of God. You marry somebody who has a good heart. He's a good person. You marry somebody who's, because he's born on February 23rd, that is somebody who wants a family. So that's important. I think you can make this relationship work. I think you have to listen, be a good listener, listen to each other, work out the emotional side, work out the emotional intimacy I was talking about, Christina, and this is gonna work. Larissa, you wanna find out about your health. I think there's nothing wrong about your health, Larissa. I think that overall it's more mental, emotional than physical. Here's where things are complicated, because you can be very, very emotional and think there's something physically wrong with you, but you can be perfectly from a physical point of view. But if in the mind there is a problem with the chemistry, if there's something going on in your mind that is not right, you know what I mean? And your vision, perception of the world is distorted, sooner or later, this will affect the physical body. Now, sometimes the mental problem can come from the glandular system, the pineal, the pituitary gland, the thyroid, of malfunction of the thyroid. The glandular system can affect the chemistry, can affect the way you think, can affect you emotionally. So that's why I want you to take, if you feel like you're down, take something that is called GABA. GABA is a neurotransmitter in the brain. And I recommend you to take GABA between 500 to 700 milligrams a day, and you can find it in stores. It's really, really good. So somebody just wrote me that she's going to the doctor, there's nothing wrong with her, but she's mentally falling apart. So it's all in here, it's not in here, it's not in the physical body. But remember, you have to put together the soul, the mind, the body, mind, and soul. There are three elements that need to cooperate, to work together to create the oneness, the totality of the human life. So Dana, you telling me that things change. No, you guys have to understand, things change. Nothing stays the same. Nothing stays beautiful all the time. Things go up and down. Today you're on top of pyramid. In a little while you can reach low bottom. So if that happens, you have to know how to cope with this. Gigi, hi Gigi Cohen, how are you, my love? So my radio show is at 7 p.m. Eastern, Gigi. I invite you to call 202-570-7057. Christopher is going to pick up the call. He's going to invite you, Gigi, and you're going to talk. Not so much to me, because I'm not so important in the show. It is Deborah Silverman, my wonderful Deborah, who is my friend, and she's a phenomenal astrologer. I think one of the best that exists in the world right now, because she has her own way of implementing the traditional astrology into your own chart. So comes up with being very specific about what's happening with you right now. So Gigi, if you have any, Gigi Cohen, my beautiful, you're so pretty. When if you want to call 202-570-7057, you'll be very welcome. You will be welcome to the show, and just have all your everything about you ready. So Maria, you're going to ask me about, all of you asking about the future. Now, future is something that you define. Future is something that you work on. Future is something that you create by living correctly in the present moment, and by analyzing the past. You look at what you did in the past, what you did wrong, what's going on in the present, and how we stepping out into the future. So the future is your creation. And if you decide that you have a goal and you plan something into the future, you certainly can make it happen. So nothing and nobody's going to stop you from making things happen the correct way. It's up to you. Anne-Marie, you asked me if you will take soon the driving license. Now, let me see what's going on. You're in the year, you're taking your driving license because you're in a karmic year 4, which is bringing you all the stability. If you tried before, it didn't work, but now it's gonna work. I suggest that you take your test somewhere during the fall of this year, October, November. So go ahead and do it. Don't postpone it for next year. This will be the year to take it, like in the next 1 month or 2, and just let me know when you did. Andrea, and again, the same questions. What can I tell you? I can tell you many things, Andrea. You're a very free spirit, very loving, caring, with longevity. You're supposed to have a brother. You have a karmic relationship with your father. You're supposed to have 2 children. So these are things that are within your divine codification. They come to me in a second. You have a karma with a grandmother who has an M initial. So let me know if that's correct, but I have a sense of the soul that you connect with. You are extremely bright, very pretty, extremely beautiful physically, a lot of skills and abilities. You need to work independent. You're going to make a lot of money in the future. Next 6-7 years will take a little bit of time. I feel that you'll invest in something in the future. In 2-3 years, you either buy a home or buy something that becomes your investment when you will generate income. Daniela, again, the future. The future is bright if you want to make it right. If humanity wants to make this world bright, we certainly can if we work together, not if we are split in different religion and different belief system. We need to come to unity. But Daniela, you are in a year of duality. I don't recommend a major move right now all the way to the spring of the next year, because you're in a year that is not really supporting your intentions. So if there was somebody in your life, I'm not sure of that person. I feel somebody else will come. Might take a little bit of time. The summer of the next year, we can reconnect for that purpose. Geo, hi, you're in UK. Hi, Geo, how are you, my love? I'm sending you my love back to you. What time is for me? I tell you, it's 4:30 p.m. So, yeah, this is still the afternoon for me. I'm getting ready for my radio show. So I said, let me introduce you the show, which I always love to do on Tuesdays, because my show is every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, but it's very hard from the UK. So you UK people have a hard time listening to my show. So I just want you to know, if you like my video, if you think that there's something about this that you need to listen again, or it can benefit other people, or there's information within this live video, please share it with your friends. Francesca, hi Francesca, what a beautiful name. Francesca, you're, let me see where you are right now. You are so pretty, so creative. You're gonna make so many changes in the next 2 years. You meant to have also twin stability, a family. Were there any twins in your family? Do you have a brother? I'm looking at the things, I'm looking at demystifying what's within your code. You have, hold on, you have an ending of a life cycle, so I think that you should wait a little bit longer. I want to open a big bottle of water. My alkaline water. I want you to drink alkaline. If you want to be free of diseases, this is the water we need to drink. Alkaline water doesn't allow the body to go acidic. So I'm teaching you all the time how relevant it is not to drink any kind of water. We're tempted by all kinds of water that we drink anywhere. Please don't drink the correct water, because the body is 80% water. And don't be surprised if you get sick by drinking the wrong water. So I'm always telling you what I think you should do if you want to keep yourself healthy, if you want to look young, if you want your skin to be okay, if you want your energy to be with, you should avoid diseases. And please don't drink sodas. I mean, I hope I'm not going to be sued by the sodas industry, but I know they loaded with sugar, all these juices, everything that you find out there is just so dangerous to have, because this is the way we put weight, this is the way we develop coronary disease, this is the way we have diabetes, and so on and so forth. So please stay away from all those artificial juices and everything that you find in stores that have 30% sugar. And sometimes stay away from the wine just because it has a lot of sugar, unless it's natural, which is very hard to find. But try to drink water. Water should be your best friend. Your best friend. So I'm liking to make a little bit of fun. You know, I'm in a constant state of joy, so I love making fun. So, which I suggest I should do the same. Francesca, so again, I think I made myself clear. Let's hold on a little bit to your any major decision for now. But this was supposed to be a year karmic for you, and was supposed to bring you somebody important. Let me know if that did. Anka, hello from UK. Hello, my UK people. I love you. Anka Ivashki, did I pronounce it correctly? You have an interesting name that has such a sound that has like a Slavic sound, like going back to the 18th century. So you know the names have power. Every single name has a different meaning, a different understanding, a different frequency. Every letter of the alphabet associated with the number, with the planet. If you put them together, you get the codification of who you are. It's like we are stamped. We have an imprint that many times we don't know how to access. So what we're doing here together, we're accessing things. So Anka, what I can tell you for sure in your life right now, you're in a year of reflection. Actually, I think you November 3rd, not March 3rd. Am I right, or you March 3rd? I'm not convinced, because I think you March 3rd. So up to March, you need to introspect the last 9 years and see what didn't go exactly correctly. You meant to have one child, at least one, if not three. It's up to you whether you have the three of them. You might go through a change. There's very possible that you can change even a residence and even your life direction as we're stepping into 2019. The next 3 years are very powerful for you, Anka, because they bring so much transformation. Christina Mane, are you telling me your plan is to go to America? Please come. Welcome, you're welcome here. If I can help with something, you should come, absolutely. Let me see. Actually, to tell you the truth, and happy birthday is December, is not, I thought it's September, but no, I'm sorry. So, but I'll be the first one to tell you happy birthday in December, already being September. But I tell you, Christina, you're in the year of traveling. So as you're stepping into the end of the year, I think somewhere spring of the next year, even end of the year, is that you might come to America. I don't think you're gonna come to Florida, because I'm in Florida right now. I'm tempted to believe that you might go to a different state. I don't know what state, like Tennessee, Ohio, one of the states in the middle of America. That's where I see you going. It's gonna be just start. You relocate after 1 or 2 years from there. It's a good idea to go and go ahead and do it. It's a very good decision. It's something you've been waiting. You're beautiful for a very long time. Christina, Tina, you and your boyfriend, what's going on? Let me see what's going on with your boyfriend. Just 1 minute. So I'm not that sure whether we can really make this work out. Let me know how you feel about it. I have my own sort of reservation, because I feel like you need to work on the communication, on the dialogue with this man. I want to ask you if he was married before, if he has a child from his previous marriage. Let me see in which way his past interfere with the present moment. That's very important. Write me down, Chris, because I think it's important for you to know how this is going to work out for you. I mean, I don't want to give you bad news or something, but I'm thinking that there are some changes coming your way when it comes to this person. So that's what I think is going on. Maria, you will absolutely find love. Actually, I think you find love during this year and something, all the way from the fall of this year, coming down to 2020, finding somebody very nice who comes into your life. You've been waiting for a very long time. Maria, tell me if you have anything circulatory in your system. Circulation is like something that makes me concerned a little bit. It's something you can heal, you can figure it out on your own, but it's something that I think you need to do either cleansing for, or find out there's something that can be stuck into your system. I will need to spend more time with this. So Gigi, you're asking me about a message about a bit of love. What I can say is that you're in a karmic year, Gigi, and this is really going to work for you, because karmically speaking, a karmic waiting for the last 12 years. So that's quite a long time to wait for somebody. But because you're in the right time, all the way down to the summer of the next year, I really believe that's going to work. Sylvia, you are at the end of a life cycle right now. Actually, let me see a little bit. You're at the end of a life cycle till it might be all the way down for the next 10 months. So just get rid of all the people that you don't need, because just it's a bunch of them. You have somebody on the other side who has an A name, Anna, Angela, and an M, Mark, Maria. So somebody come through for you in a second who is sending you all kinds of messages from the other side. So it's just interesting that I feel a connection with two souls who want to be in touch with you. One of them looks like somebody who raised you and took care of you, and it's just an emotional message. And I don't know who's Yuan or Yuana, or with an E name too. He jumps on board too. So your people on the other side are just saying hello. You're okay health-wise. You have to handle something, but you have longevity. I'm not worried overall. So that's pretty much working. So I want you to know that. That's very important. Ralu, you're telling me about a treatment for infertility just now. I want to know if you will be successful. Yes. The treatment for infertility will work. I see a very comprehended treatment, something that will take a while but will produce positive results. It can be done. Just keep your mind, just visualize this happening to you. Just see it happening. Put your mind to work and see it. You know, sometimes we see, I'll believe it when I see it. See it to believe it, you know. Start seeing it so that you can contribute on making it happen. So Natalia, you asked me if you'll have kids. Oh, absolutely, Natalia, my love. Of course you're gonna have kids. You're actually gonna have 2 boys and a girl. So it end up by having 3. You love kids and you're meant to have kids. Let me see when is the perfect time to have them. Guess what? You're in a perfect year to have them all the way down to the end of the next year. You might even have your first baby if you want to have them. I know you're young because you're so young, but some of us have kids very young. You don't have them right now. You're going to have them in another 3 years. Then you might have another chance of 8 years from now. So it's up to you to choose the proper timing. Sometimes kids come when they want to come, not when we want. It's like we used to say that kids choose us with a vehicle to bring them in the physical world, and a spirit will choose you to come back here on earth. So it's not so much up to us. Sometimes we try very hard to have kids and they come in when they want to come, not where we want them to come. So that's another way to put it. Eva, my dear Eva Sovikova, I love your name, Eva. Excuse me if I don't pronounce it well, but I'm trying. But I love Eva. It's just such a, it has a strong character, strong resonance. You're a powerful woman. You're at the beginning of a life cycle. This year, you're not missing all the chances that are happening. And when I say that, September, October, November, December, and part of January. So you have like approximately 5 months. So please don't miss the opportunity of this year to manifest everything that's so relevant, that's so powerful for you. So just contribute in making it happen, please, okay? So I love you, Eva. It's all gonna work very well. I don't think there's anything major with your health. You probably feel a little bit down energetically. Try to work out. I recommend people, when you feel down, exercise, move, do some dance classes, walk. It raises the feel-good hormones in the brain, and immediately you feel better. Immediately you feel more empowered. So I want you to do that. Sava Christina, you're asking me about things into your future. You're at the end of a life cycle. No major decisions right now. Fabulous year next year from the spring on. Major decision, Christina, during the summer of 2019, and then all the way down for the next 4 years, your life takes a U-turn for better. You're meant to have 2 or 3 kids. There's definitely 2 girls in your future. Things are going to work out very well for you. Lisa, oh my God, I love you. Kiki, do you love me? Hi, Lisa. You're my dear friend. Lisa is my friend for so many years. I don't even remember 20 years ago when I met Lisa. It's interesting to see how you can connect with people for so many years, and you see them, how they change, they transform, and they go through our life challenges. And I am so thrilled to have Lisa. And I love you, my Lisa. And hang in there. Hang in there. Don't be desperate. Don't be impatient. Just stand still. Sometime in life when we want to make something happen, we breathe in, you know, and we allow the universe to come in, to come and flow. The energy should flow through us, and things should be manifesting within our soul. So never go down. Never allow yourself to feel demoralized or feel lost. We cannot afford to be lost. So Lisa, I adore you, my love. So let me see who else is here. Alexandra, July 1387. You're so pretty, by the way. You gorgeous, beautiful woman that you are. You meant to have a child. Do you have a son? I wish I can talk to you. Your family goes through a little bit of a challenges. I'm more feeling something regarding your father, and I'm also feeling I'm in touch with somebody, your father's side of the family, who's not here. Also have a sense of a major move ahead of you within a year and a half, even faster, moving to a different area, something that I don't want you to be afraid. I feel like you're holding on to the move, which I don't want you to do. I want you to make it happen. So just participate in your how should I say, participate in your own transformation, because it's really there. You just have to see it. And I see a home that's somewhere closer to a mountain area. I'm trying to understand what I'm seeing. I don't know if you travel into Switzerland, Germany, that area, that part of the world. There's somebody with a big G name, G, George, Giovanni, a G initial that resonates also very strong. Georgia, let me know what this tells you. Wendy Kelly, you asked me what type of a business. I think it's something that is very creative on your case. You can be a great spokesperson. You can design something. You have a brilliant mind. You have the ability to come up with concepts and ideas to speak in front of an audience, Wendy. You're a fascinating human being, so work on this way. Danny, hello from Oxford. Wow, I'm so impressed. Hello from Oxford. Thank you so much, Danny, for contacting me all the way down from there. This is just so beautiful that you're there, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud, and I can tell you it's an amazing experience for you, and I'm thrilled that you are there where you're supposed to be, where you belong. And I feel like your life goes only up, up, up. You know the rules of the game. You know how to step on the ladder. You know how to go on the top of the pyramid. This is pretty remarkable. Francesca, come sta, mi amor? Francesca, Unspe 1114. So I think I already give you some information. Probably I'm wrong. Yes, I think I already did. So Gigi Cohen, I love you. You're so beautiful. Anka, you're telling me that's the spirit. The spirit is joy, and we used to say that all of life comes with joy, ease, and glory, and that's the way to live, and that's what I live by. And you are my friends, and I think you should integrate this kind of a belief into your system, because you will feel less burdened by the daily routine and by the daily karma, and you will feel constantly that there is a solution in everything. Svetlana, I love you, Svetlana. Are you calling me from which part of the world? You're asking me about your health. November 19. You're in a year of some changes, because you have to leave something behind. I'm not necessarily concerned of your health. I do feel with you there's like a little bit of pain. If you have any pain anywhere, that can be due to an inflammatory process. Some issues in the family, but they can be resolved, nothing dramatic. Major move for you. I don't know, Svetlana, if you're planning to travel, planning to change your residence, but you're in a time of move, especially for the next 2.5 years. You're supposed to have at least one child. Let me know if you have him. If not, you will have him relatively soon. Give me more details if I can be more specific. Um, uh, Rodica, you telling me le faci concurență de aici, Carmen, de la Trio Express? I'm not competing. I'm not competing with anybody. We're not competing. It's just such a wrong belief that we are in competition with somebody else. We're not. We can be in competition with ourselves. We can work out to create a more complex version of us as the time goes on, and love and evolve and transform. But comparing ourselves with other people, it's just a waste of time, and it's an unhealthy process, in my opinion. We can look at other people with admiration. If you see somebody who did something, because it's going to create a good karma for yourself, it's going to raise your consciousness to a superior level. But I think that that's the only way, and that's my belief. I'm sharing with you. So Christina Livia, you're telling me you have this book, you have Decoding Your Destiny. Probably that's the book you're talking about. Yeah, you can find the book even in my home country, in my hometown in Bucharest. If you go to Libreria Eminescu, you actually find the book down there, which is fantastic. So Anne-Marie, you tell me you're sad because your husband, you have a child, and I can help you with that. I can help you. We need to look a little bit deeper. Feel free to call me, Anne-Marie. You have my number. It's all the way down on the website. Not today because I have my radio show, but at some point tomorrow afternoon, I'll give you a free session. So just call me. Let's talk about your husband and what's going on with your baby, in which way we can restore peace into your family. Geo Roxana, I know you love me from UK, me too. Natalia, you asked me if you have kids with this man. I need to see the compatibility once again because I have only his birth code to see whether you are compatible. Bottom line, I see you having children. And you know what? It's important to have kids with the right person. It's important to be with the right person. So that's why you don't rush or jump into being with somebody that you're not sure is the right person for you. Christina Mani asked me if this is this year that you're getting married. I should say next year you're getting married, better than this year. This year is actually coming to an end anyhow. Jetta Yamandi, it's like an Italian name. It's just I saw that I have so many people from so many parts of the world. And I love that. I love the fact that we are coming together, different parts of the world, with the same intention, you know what I mean, to connect and to work on ourselves and find answers to our questions. So Jetta, I think things have been crazy the last 4 years. I don't know if you agree with me, but they are coming together. You participating in finding answers. There's somebody helping you. There's a person with an L name and a D name. Somebody's coming to the rescue in your life, and it's giving you the support and the love that you are looking for. So that's actually very important. So Yonela, you said you're in Spain and you're not going back. You will go back, my love, and give me a call tomorrow. We can talk about that a little bit. I want to see if I can help you with something so that you can go back. I think will be a great idea for you to actually go back. Sometimes in life it's good to go back. Irina, you're asking me about your love life, which I said is the big theme of any time we're talking, people are concerned about love. You know, one of the things that we should give to the world to receive back is giving people genuine love. Authentic love, unconditional love. That is so interesting. Animals have no problem in giving, you know. If you should see my home, I'm surrounded by animals, by dog, cats, everything, because they are so genuine and so authentic, so innocent, and so caring and so loving. So I just want you to learn a little bit from those who have this ability to love you authentically. But overall, Irina, you're okay. You have to to Irina, you have to overall look at what happened to you in the last 1 year and 8 months, 2 years ago. Things are breaking through, are moving forward. Let me know if you have a daughter, which you are meant to have, and if you don't, you will. So that these are things that I'm trying to validate, though I'm not talking to you. So that's important to somehow, you know, receive answers from you. It's hard that I cannot actually have a chance of talking to you directly, but I'm trying to do my best and give you as much answers as possible. Andrea, you asking me about your boyfriend. Your boyfriend has a decision about work. His health can get better, and it will get better. I don't know if he hurt himself or he had a small accident. I have a sense of going through a little bit of a physical suffering, nothing major. I don't think it's major. I have a person who I don't know where they're coming from. Boca Biton, Ton the Light. I don't know which part of the world you are in, but I love your name. It's so fantastic. It's so unique and such a great vibration. You're planning a new thing. That plan will work. Your plan will be put in motion, and we'll see 100% resolution. So that's actually magnificent. So again, I can go on and on and on. As you know, Unguranu Wana, you finding a new job, my love. It's the perfect time to find a job. Anytime in the 2 to 4 months, Wana, you're gonna find a new job, and I'm sending you all my hearts back to you. As you know, I love your pink hearts. They're so beautiful. And I want you to know that I don't want you to worry, because this is going to get done. And there's somebody helping you. There's actually 2 people helping you. One is a lady who's medium in height, has like a little bit overweight, and she's going to be very fond of you. You're going to start working with her. You're actually progressing. Your job will be better than it has ever been. So I'm excited about that. So that's something I want you to know. So that's important for you to know. Andrea, I think I answered for your birthday. Andrea Arabella is such a sweet soul, and you're in a time of your life of transitioning to a new chapter, but you have to let go of some of the things that you're still holding on. I don't know if there's still a person in your life that you're not letting go, but that's the feeling I have, because I feel like, okay, cut the cord and move on and drop it. Don't hold on to it, if you understand what I'm talking about. So, hi, Ashling Yumbai Karanja. I love you for being my friend on Facebook, and you asking me about yourself. You're a beautiful human being. You're in the year of karma. So there's something good going on with you right now, because you have a lot of things that you need to bring to resolution all the way down to the summer of the next year. Somebody you will meet. There's a lot of recognition around your name for the next 11 months. So pay attention to that. Opportunities that come out of the blue, thanks to 2 men. And one of them is like a tall, very impressive looking man, very, how should I say, very wise, somebody who is coming like a mentor into your life. But overall, Aisling, am I pronouncing it correctly? Thank you so much for being my friend. And anytime you need me, I'm here. But there's something very positive work-wise and very positive for your well-being overall for the next 11 months, which is important to know. So Ottilia, you're asking me who loves you. I think the one who loves you is more your husband, more than the other person. So that's important to know. Andrea, you so sweet. You say that you're telling me that you always want some words of meaning, and the words of meaning is live in the present, live with all your heart, never be judgmental to anybody, just try to improve yourself. So see, things that you heard probably a million times, because people who have a conscious, who have a good intention, they pretty much say the same things over and over again. I don't want to take too much of your time. As you know, I'm here all the time for you, but I don't want to overwhelm you with information. So Yoon, Alexandra, Eunice, which part of the world are you calling me? I see you in a very good a new home, purchase and investment, though are difficult in my sim, but it is good year for all the way down to the summer of the next year. You meant to have 2 children. Do you have them? You meant to have a son. You meant to have a daughter. So kids play a very significant role, Eunice, in your life. So this is quite something I wanted to underline. And I'm going to go to my show. Anka, I said you appreciate your video, and you're going to the next one. So you see, guys, I'm here next week, the same time. Let's make an agreement to be in touch within a week. I'm going to have a different subject. I think I'm going to have an amazing guest next week also. Because I have Glynis McCann, the famous Glynis, who's been on every TV show. She's with me on the radio. And we're going to talk about the power of numbers together. And it's going to be a fascinating show. So tune in within less than 2 hours on Home Time Radio. If you want to be with Deborah Silverman, if you want to listen what she has to say about your chart, just call the station. Christopher, my producer, is there, 202-570-7057. Bella, financial breaking through. Bella, absolutely, you breaking through. I promise you in the next 2 to 4 months, it's going to be very well. Delilah, Lady, I love you, my sweetheart. Thank you so much for being my friend. And so many of you, I adore you. I love you. I'm here for you. Let's continue to connect. And I will be with you next week. Meantime, stay safe. Tune into my radio show if you have time. Write me and tell me your stories. I appreciate you dearly. And God bless all of you. I adore you. Thank you for listening. Thank you with all my heart. Thank you. Thank you.